how you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. And it is Wednesday afternoon, and I'm just kind of sitting here watching YouTube. Actually, in the background, if you can see it, I put on Caribbean sounds. So the Caribbean is back there, and the sounds of the ocean and the birds. And since my cruise was canceled, I figured I would just watch it on TV and have a little cocktail in the afternoon. Yes, it's 2:30, but you know, I got nothing else to do. So why not? So cheers. I hope everybody's doing well. This furlough thing, you know, has taken a lot out of all of us. My husband is still working, so that's really good. I've been on furlough since March 13th. So I'm running out of projects to do around the house. The next one we have to do is the deck, but it hasn't really been good weather yet. Excuse me. So until we have like a few straight days of good weather, I'm not really gonna do it, just because we're painting the walls white. We're painting the deck floor gray. I have some new things that I got to put on it, so we're just kind of waiting. I got a couple of palm trees. Those are going to go out there. So we're really going to make it like a tropical oasis. I don't know if the beaches are going to be open in Connecticut and Rhode Island. We're in Connecticut, and we do go to the beach a lot in Connecticut, but we go to the beach in Rhode Island every weekend. So they're not going to open the beaches. I have no idea what I'm going to do with myself. So we're going to make our patio deck area as tropical as can be. I got like the stringing lights. I got palm trees. I have like little fake tiki torches, so it looks like a tiki torch is on, but it's not really a torch. It's just kind of a light that flickers, kind of like your indoor candles. So I have that, and I ordered a couple new rugs to kind of layer. It's going to be kind of tropical, a little bit of boho vibe in there, somewhat. And worst case scenario, I will get like an inflatable pool. And we'll put it out there, and we will lay in the sun, in the water with our cocktails. Life is handing me lemons, so I got to make a lemon margarita of some sort. I just got to find a way to make it work, because the summer, anybody who knows me knows the summer is my favorite season. I am outside all the time, always at our pool, always at the beach, bars on the beach, watching the sunset, having drinks. It's just kind of my go-to. It's the one time of the year where really my mind is just kind of free, and I just, you know, they say that, you know, the ocean soothes the soul, and I truly believe that it does. So with that being said, some of the other things we're going to do is around the house. We're going to get a new kitchen floor. We're going to have our hallway. Our hallway kind of goes down. It's very steep. It's like a townhouse kind of thing. So we're going to have somebody come in and paint all that. We changed out some of the doors. We painted them. But I'm trying not to do too many more projects. I think with all the money we spent on the kitchen and the other things I did, you know, I don't want to go overboard with spending money, because we don't know how long I'm going to be out of work, or how, you know, Scott's hours got cut a little bit, and, you know, you don't want to go overboard, you know. So we have all the projects pretty much that we wanted to get done. I still have a lot of things in queues, like at Wayfair and Overstock and some other places, but I'm not purchasing them yet until we're sure that, you know, at some point we're going to be going back to work earlier than not. Sorry, my necklaces are tangled. So just kind of filling in, making sure everybody's okay out there and everybody is staying in and staying safe. I'm trying really hard to like make different kinds of dinners and things to kind of make it more fun. I do love to cook, and don't get me wrong, I do, and I cook all the time, but I do miss going out to eat. And, you know, at least once on the weekend, we'd go out and have like a really nice dinner somewhere. We'd go listen to a band play. We'd go, you know, meet up with our friends or whatever. And with all that being gone, sometimes it's just really tough. I'm not really into playing like Monopoly or any of that stuff. Though we bought cribbage. I don't know if you guys ever remember cribbage, but we bought a cribbage board. So I might have to start picking it up again, especially on the weekends when we're both here. During the week, it's not so bad because I'm here by myself, just me and the cats. And, you know, my neighbors are all home, and, you know, we say hi to each other outside on the porch or whatever, but, you know, it's not the same thing as like being in work or somewhere. Time for a little sip. So there's that. My Amazon queue has over 600 items in it. That tells you how much I'm on the internet. 600 items in my queue. And I go through it all the time and I take stuff out. And then I watch a YouTuber or somebody on Instagram, the Amazon videos with things you didn't know you needed, but you do. Boy, do I need some stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there I didn't realize I needed, but I need it. One of the things I got was, and I'll do an Amazon video because I have gotten a few things recently, but it was like a little like box that's like marble and it holds like your pills in there. So if you have like, you keep Tylenol with you or Motrin or something like that, you can just stick them in this really pretty little case. I really don't need one, but I need one. So I got it. And some kind of face cleanser, like a derma brush, to like dermaplane your face. I got that. These little tweezers that everybody seems to be using, and you just kind of like go over your face. I think they're meant for your eyebrows, but you kind of like microblade your face sort of, and just kind of like get the dead skin cells off, and if there's any like little fine hairs or whatever. So I ordered those too. So we'll let you see what else. Every time I go on YouTube or on Instagram, I find somebody new, somebody that's interesting, somebody that, excuse me, is doing something that I thought, that's a great idea. Excuse me. And one of the things, I follow a girl named Celeste, and I think it's like Celeste Rayan, and she's like part of a quote unquote soul tribe. And she had recommended, and I have it right here, this book. It's by Jenny Allen, and it's called Get Out of Your Head. And it is, she is a Christian, and a lot of the things she does like some Bible reading, but she's like into home decor and DIYs, and her husband are just so cute. And she said she was reading this and it was really helping her a lot. And I, just like anybody, you have things that are going on in your life that you wish you could change, and you just have, no control over whatsoever. And I'm sure all of us can say that we have at least one or two things that, we just toss and turn in our head all the time. We lose sleep because of it. It might affect other aspects of our lives. And I have, a few of them. So this book kind of tells you along, with God's help, excuse me, how to process your thoughts, how to, some things to put in Jesus' hands, but really how your thought process is affected. And and if you have one or two things, or some people may have more, or if you're one of the lucky ones that have nothing going on except happiness in your life, more power to you. I wish I did too. But some things, especially when I am very much an in control person, I like to be in control of everything. I like to know where everything is. I'm like OCD with house cleaning and things like that. I'm just like that. I'm very organized. And when something is going on in my life that I can't change, I can't, make somebody see reason, I can't change somebody else's thought process. And especially if it's a family member or somebody that's close to you, it's really very hard. And in order to, for me anyway, I can only speak for myself, but this book is really helping me. So thank you very much, Celeste. I truly appreciate your recommendation because it is very much helping me. It's just, how my thought process goes. I'm somebody who, when something happens, I kind of just dwell on it, and I toss and I turn, and it, I can't cope with certain feelings like that. And this book, for me anyway, I can't say it will help you. I think it would. I think that she's a great author, and she's very inspirational, and she talks about some of the things she has gone through and how she changed her thought process, how she also got God's help, and and I think it's just very true. And so far I'm about like 40 pages in, and I can say even the first 40 pages have definitely reached my soul. It's definitely helping me how to contain my thought process, how to move things forward. Sometimes you just have to say to yourself, what, it's in God's hands, and there's nothing I can do personally. And I just, for me, it's kind of like, you're not admitting defeat, but you're admitting that you alone can't change a certain situation. That sometimes you just have to give it to God, and you have to pray on it all the time. And that's what I'm learning to do. And she doesn't just talk about God. It's not just like a Christian kind of thing. It's really just learning to live in your own head. And it's something that sometimes I struggle with, personally, for me anyway. And another one, and I already had this book, and it's called In God's Care. And I had gotten this one week at church. They had like a little book fair, and it's just like daily inspirational quotes. And what I started doing is every morning when I get up and I have my coffee, I reach for this, and it's all, they're all labeled by date. So every day has a new one. And it really just kind of sets your mind in focus. So, excuse me. So you can kind of get your day started off on the right foot. I've always been somebody who prays, but this really focuses, and it's really funny because a lot of times when I open it up to a certain page for that day, it's like that day was made for me. It's like that's exactly how I'm feeling right now. And it just kind of takes you through each day like a different thought process. And especially when I'm home and I'm not, with my friends, I'm not with my coworkers, I haven't seen my son in a couple weeks, or my parents or anybody else. And so you're alone a lot, in your head, in your thought process. I mean, YouTube is great and all the other things are great, but you also have to focus on your inner self. So I think that's where I'm going with it. I just need to focus on my inner self. I need to get heart healthy, and I don't just mean by eating right and exercising. I mean, what's in my heart, what's in my soul, what's in my mind. Those things need to get healthy as well. And sorry, I'm sitting on the floor, so it's kind of uncomfortable, but best light in here. But that's just really just kind of the things that I'm doing right now is kind of focusing on reading those. I also have some some other books like Kristen Hanna and things like that I want to read. So I'm trying to limit my day to, I exercise in the morning, I read my daily devotional, and do the things around the house I need to get done, and some of the other stuff. Like today, we actually have in the corner of our kitchen, we have a Lazy Susan, and the thing was always falling down so often. Things were falling to one side. Even if you tried to balance it, it was just falling over, and it was constant, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So I actually unscrewed it, and I took the Lazy Susan out entirely. And what I did was I put our crock pot under there. I have a Keurig now, but I kept my coffee maker just in case I have company. I can't wait for company. And then I can make a full pot of coffee. So that's under there. We just got a food sealer. So you can put your meat or whatever in these plastic bags that they give you, and then you run it through this machine and it seals it, and it takes the air out. So it's like a vacuum seal. We just got that. So I'll do a video on that too, because that's pretty cool. So that's under there. And then the stuff that was on the Lazy Susan, it was canned soup, canned vegetables, ramen noodles, rice cakes, some pastas were in there, some rices, excuse me, I do a lot of salads with chickpeas and garbanzo beans and things like that. So that was all in there too. So what I did was all that stuff that was underneath where I kept my pots and pans, I moved the pots and pans and all that stuff over into the Lazy Susan, then took everything that was in the Lazy Susan and put it underneath where the pots and pans were. And I'm not going to show it yet because I am going to get, the one thing I am going to order are those, they're kind of like dividers. I don't know what you want to call them. They're usually stainless steel, and they're like racks. So then you can put it in and you can put things on top of racks and really organize it. And I will do a video on all of that after I get the racks in, because I think then I can really show you how I organized everything and made it more functional. I should have taken pictures before, but I didn't, but that's okay. Literally, it was a mess and drove me crazy. Every time I had to go in there, every time I needed something off the Lazy Susan and I took something off, the thing would fall down. Every time I went underneath where the pots and pans were, it was so cramped in there, I'd pull one pan out and the other ones would fall down. So now everything is in there, it's straightened out, it's by category. And as soon as I get that tray, and I might order a couple bins too, just for the loose ramen noodle soups and rice and things like that, I might just put them in a bucket or some kind of a container storage system. There's quite a few on Amazon that I was looking at. There's some at the Container Store too online, but they're a little bit more pricey than Amazon. I might even look on the Walmart website too, because I have time. I have a lot of time. So I'm going to do that, and then I will do a full video on all that as well. Other things we've been doing is we just finished watching Outlander season 3. It was 3, right? Yeah. And then I'm going to buy Stars because I need to know what goes on after what I just saw. So I'm going to order Stars. They're having like a special on it. It's like $5 a month for 6 months. So I'm going to get it so I can watch seasons 4 and 5 because I got to know. And then we just started watching yesterday. We started watching, it's a movie with, it's a series with Kiefer Sutherland. It's like Designated Survivor. I think it's Designated Survivor. It's about, like in Washington, I guess when the president and Congress speak, when they have like their State of the Union addresses, there's always a designated survivor that they put somewhere else safely, just in case something should happen. There is somebody that could be the president in a hurry, because everybody from Congress and all that, the House Speaker, the President, the Vice President, everybody's in this one spot. What happens is, I don't want to do too much of a spoiler alert on it, but there's an explosion. So Kiefer Sutherland was the designated survivor, so then he automatically became the president. And so far it's just all about what happens. And it's a really cool movie. It's really action-packed. It's really a lot of like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. So if you're looking for something really cool to watch, and you already went through Outlander, Designated Survivor is awesome. It's on Netflix, and Kiefer Sutherland is in it. There's a few other famous people in there, but I don't remember their names, but I just remember Kiefer Sutherland. Really cool, really great movie. So we're watching that. I'm going to get Stars so I can watch Outlander. I'm trying to think of what else we watched recently. We watched like quite a bit of movies. And did you ever get that way where you want to tell somebody about a movie you saw and you've just seen so many of them, you can't remember what it was or who was in it? And that's how I kind of am. There was just like so many things. I watched The Stranger. We tried to watch the first episode together, but Scott just really wasn't into it. I loved it. So I watched The Stranger on Netflix, and I watched it in a day and a half. I binge watched it till he got home one day. The only thing I did was get up, do, my little things I had to do. I got on the couch with an iced coffee and brushed my teeth and washed my face and that stuff like that, put on different pajamas from the pajamas I was in, and watched The Stranger all the way through. I thought it was amazing. If you're looking for kind of like a suspense kind of thing, and I don't think that there's going to be a season 2 on Netflix because at the end it all came together. So they didn't leave it off where something else could begin. It would have to be like an entirely different story. But it was really good if you're looking for something binge watching worthy. That would be a good one. I'm trying to think if I've seen any other ones lately. I think that was pretty much it. Like I said, watched a ton of movies. Downton Abbey, if you have the chance to watch it. I loved Downton Abbey. I love all things British. So Downton Abbey was really good. The Crown was really good. Those were good. Reign, Reign, awesome. It's a great series. That's about Henry VIII and all his wives. Great show. There were some other ones we just watched too, but Outlander I really liked. So I'm going to get back to you on the rest of those. So I guess looking around, that's really all I had to talk about. I just checking in. If you guys have any comments, questions, if you guys want to see anything, please leave it in the comments box below. Since our cruise was canceled, I did go on shopping sprees, and I have all new clothes to wear on a cruise that now isn't. Well, it's not that it isn't. It isn't this year, but Norwegian. We were going on the Norwegian breakaway. And Norwegian did something so nice, and I'm sure all the cruise lines are doing it too. But we had another cruise booked for next April for 9 days. And then, so we moved our money from this cruise to that cruise, plus with all the discounts, plus with all the things that they gave us for having to cancel, we booked another cruise in August. So we have 2 cruises next year for the price of one, and I still have a future cruise credit left over. So if you're looking for something to do, hopefully next year cruising will be all back to normal. I'm hoping by the end of this year, because I love cruising, and now that I know my husband loves it too, we're excited, and I can't wait. And so right now, though, the only Caribbean I have is the one that's on TV, and that's the one I guess I'm going to have to go with for now. So yeah, if you guys want to see any videos on like all the outfits I bought, I would love to do a video for you for that too. If you want to see the outfits, the jewelry, the shoes. I got a lot from Amazon. I got some from Lulu's, ASOS, Venus, and I think those were the only brands I got. But I have a whole closet full. So if you guys would like to see that, I'd be happy to show you that, or let me know any other videos you'd like to see. If you want to know like how I clean in a day, because I don't have like a quote unquote cleaning day. I clean every day. I clean every day so that if the weekend comes and we wanted to go to the beach, which fingers crossed we can, or something came up that we had to do, my house is clean. I dust like every other day, and I have an organizational system that I use. So I clean the same all the time. So I never have a pile of laundry. I never do any of that. I just can't do that. If you guys can, more power to you. Congrats. I just can't. I can't even go to bed if there's a fork in the sink, like nothing. But I have a system that I use every day so that on the worst case scenario, I can clean for like 20 minutes every single day. I never have a day where I have to clean for 8 hours or I have like loads of laundry to do. I mean, there's only Scott and I now too, but even, a long time ago when the kids were home or whatever, I never had piles of laundry. I'm just like a machine. I just do things a certain way all the time. And maybe my system would work for you. Maybe it wouldn't. A lot of people go to bed and they have dishes in the sink and they're fine with it. I just can't. My grandmother was very strict about certain things, little old Italian lady. And if there's something that needs to be done, her motto was do it now. So I'm just that way. If something needs to be done, I'm going to do it now. Unless have to wait for something to come in that I need to do it, whatever. But I'm talking like your day-to-day cleaning. That's just what I do. Scott would not do that, but I do. And it's just how I like it. Because I like it especially when things go back to quote unquote normal. Like if it's going to be Saturday and it's like going to be 90 degrees, I want to get in the car and go to the beach. I don't want to have to worry about, oh my God, I have like 8 loads of laundry to do and the sheets haven't been washed and the carpet needs to be vacuumed and all these things. I can just get up, make my bed, and I'm out. And I know that everything has already been done for the week. So for me, it just works. I don't think I have anything else really. I got nothing. So that was my little chit chat with you guys. If you get a chance, really, and you like this book, I highly recommend it. I mean, if you're struggling with thoughts of anything, give it a read. There's other ones too that like that, but this, like I said, the girl that I follow recommended it, and I really like it. So cheers, everybody. Happy Wine Wednesday. This is all the wine I have left, so I told Scott package store on the way home, and we got to load up. So I hope you guys have a great day. Please subscribe to my channel, our channel. Scott gets mad when I say that, but kind of like when I'm talking, I just say I. It's our channel. And please follow us over on Instagram, on Facebook, give it a like. Please subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe. And true, any other videos you guys want to see, please leave a comment below. I'm happy to do any video that you'd like to see. Like I said, got a lot of time on my hands. So if you're ever wondering, like, gee, how does Tina do her hair? How does Tina do this or that or whatever? Then just leave me a comment below. Happy to make a video for you. So have a great day, everybody. I wish everybody safe. I can't even speak. Wish everybody a safe and happy day. Please stay inside. If you have to go out, please wear a mask. Do what we got to do so this whole thing can be over and we can have our lives back. But thank you very much. Remember to be kind to one another, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.